It's a wide receiver special this weekend. And Jim, before we even start with the players, you made a comment. It was almost a throwaway comment before we did our radio show together on Monday. After about 10 players at each position, it's hard to find reliable players. I mean, there are some good matchups in the 20s and 30s, but it's not like, I'm starting them every week and I feel good about it.
Yes, it's crazy. And it was last year, but it seems like the list is shorter this year of most reliable starters. It seemed like it went maybe 15 to 18 deep at receiver last year, maybe 12 to 15 at running back. It's shorter this year. When you see names and we're saying I'm ranking this guy 16, it's not like a usual wide receiver 16. This is like a guy that could be wide receiver 30. So it's just this year.
Right.
We'll give you the best edge you can on players, but it's wild.
Case in point, let's jumping right into it here. Odunze is at 12 on the Chicago Bears. Good season. They're in first place. Offense is just middling, though. There are good weeks and bad weeks for Caleb Williams. There's good weeks and bad weeks for Odunze. DJ Moore has Butterfingers all of a sudden. I don't know what to do with that. But let's talk Rome. His value wasn't built in a day. He's at 12 for me this week.
So good. So good.
Too easy. What's your opinion on Odunze this week?
Great player. Situation wise, look, when the Bears can run the football, that's exactly what they do. And against Pittsburgh, and I know it's the vaunted Pittsburgh run defense, this is not that. The Bears offensive line is going to road grade them, and they are going to run the ball. And Pittsburgh is probably not scoring a whole lot of points. So I'm nervous. I ranked Odunze at wide receiver 16 because I don't know where else to put him. He has 3 games in the last 5 with 6 or fewer PPR points. He has an 18 and a 20 in there as well. I just don't know how many pass attempts Caleb Williams has to make today. This game is in Pittsburgh. So I have him at 16, but I am very nervous about the floor, Jeff.
I understand. So this is the proverbial Jim Coventry down arrow.
Yes.
For Odunze. I share that opinion with you there. I have him at 12, but I'm very uncomfortable. I've got Alec Pierce ahead of Michael Pittman for the Colts this week. Pierce has been trending that he's not just the fly and go guy now. He is a guy that's getting these intermediate patterns. He's making the catches. He's kind of surpassed Josh Downs as, a better option. I think he might be the best option this week against the Chiefs. I have him at 13. What say you?
I have him a lot lower. I should have him higher. I like your ranking. I do like your ranking. And he's averaging 9 targets a game over the last 4. We're just talking about reliability. This cat doesn't have a game with less than 69 yards in the last 4. So, he's earned it. But I still keep thinking, I get it, Alex Pierce is a good football player. But coming out of a bye, I am just wondering, what are they going to keep this rolling? Are they going to keep Downs an afterthought? It maddens me because Warren's going to get his. Pittman some weeks doesn't get his. You're probably right. I think your ranking's better than mine because his floor has been stable. So I guess the bottom line is get him in your lineups.
Yeah, we like Pierce. Maybe not the best matchup against the Chiefs, but not one that's prohibitively bad either.
No.
Michael Wilson was a weekly winner for you last week. Whopping 185 yards, 15 catches on 18 targets. I have him in the Scott Fish Bowl where he got with their scoring system, I got a mega 65 points. It was very useful. What does he do for an encore against the Jaguars this week?
Well, he's not getting 18 targets. He's not getting 185 yards. No. But I said this on the XM show Saturday with Mario Puig. I said, I will say this. Michael Wilson's a boundary receiver. He is very good at the short all the way to the downfield. He's not fast, but he can run the perimeter. And Jacoby Brissett is a very strong arm quarterback who at his core is best throwing to the perimeter. So I said it was a good stylistic fit. Again, I didn't say it was 185 yards worth. That said,
nobody did. Yeah.
Right, nobody. But that said, Marvin Harrison's ruled out already. We know McBride's going to get his. Jacksonville probably scores enough points to keep Arizona pushing the pedal. They can't run the ball. So I think Michael Wilson, I have him at wide receiver 24, and I think he can get you 70 yards here.
I've got him at 18. I've got him ahead of like DK Metcalf, ahead of Michael Pittman, ahead of Devonta Smith, who, again, he's got a great matchup against the Cowboys, but they're missing Lane Johnson. They might be missing Cam Jurgens. They're missing a real coordinator. These are real problems here. I get it there. So your mileage may vary. My point is, go ahead and start Michael Wilson if you have
Same
him.
thing.
I think he's a starter this week.
Exactly.
Final one, Jordan Addison. A couple of weeks ago, he played his very first game with JJ McCarthy. Remember, he didn't play. McCarthy missed all last year. Addison was suspended for the first 3 games this year. The results haven't been great. Addison was balling out previously with Carson Wentz, believe it or not. Was not doing so with J.J. McCarthy. Dropped a couple balls last week against the Bears. One really bad one in the first quarter that changes like the flow of the game. It was a real game changer there. 3rd and 7, big drop on what was going to be at least a 45-yard gain. This week gets the Packers. What do you say about Jordan Addison?
Well, I also wish you got credit for that bounce pass that McCarthy threw him. Addison was about 20 yards down the field on the left sideline.
Yeah, McCarthy is missing him too. It
was a nice bounce pass. So I thought basketball, that would be pretty cool. We'd have gone for the dunk on that one. That said, and you're right, there have been drops. The targets have been great. 18 targets in the last 2 games. But his yardage has gone from 48 to 35 to 20 against the Bears. I can't trust him. I can't trust his quarterback. More than that, I cannot trust J.J. McCarthy. He makes about 3 really good throws a game. And other than that, he's in trouble. And if he's going to be under pressure in this game, at least enough to make him more uncomfortable. So Jordan Addison, again, because of a lack of other options, I have him at wide receiver 28. But if I have any other option that I can make an upside case for, I'm probably taking the upside guy over him because I don't see upside right now.
I've got him at 26. I'll give you an either or before we get on out of here. Romeo Doubs or Jordan Addison?
Oh, my gosh. Doubs has been similar in the last few weeks. I'm going to give Addison a shot to the more targets.
Hands. He looked at his hands like, what are you doing to me? Romeo Doubs did against the Giants. That was fun.
Right?
Khalil Shakir versus Jordan Addison.
Coming off the goose egg, they're playing Houston. I'm going to go with Addison there.
Jacoby Myers versus Addison.
Myers. He's definitely getting into a role there.
Okay, there you go. There's one that might be a switch for me. I've got him, Addison, at 26. I am also looking for downside, though. And that's the thing. I don't feel good about it at all. That's going to wrap up our weekly rankings talk, Jim Coventry and I. If you like this video, hit that like, subscribe button. More importantly, check us out over at RotoWire. Use promo code YouTube15. Get 15% off any RotoWire subscription. You can check out my weekly rankings, Jim's weekly rankings, and our Start Sit tool. Check out that Start Sit tool, folks. Make sure you use that out. It's actually free on Wednesdays, on Fridays, on Saturdays. Otherwise, you need a RotoWire subscription. And hey, we want you to check it out. We'll check it out. Good luck to you in week 12 as we advance towards the playoffs.